A fantasy series, with 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, is getting a new streaming home after leaving Netflix. Although it has managed to successfully launch several genres, particularly old-school thrillers like The Night Agent and supernatural teen fare such as Stranger Things and Wednesday, there's an argument to be made that the most global streaming platform has struggled to find a fantasy tentpole on the level of HBO's House of the Dragon or Prime Video's Wheel of Time. The Witcher has had notable success, although not without its share of turmoil. Series lead Henry Cavill has exited the project, with his role as Geralt of Rivia to be played by Liam Hemsworth in The Witcher Season 4. It also hasn't been a franchise starter, with spin-offs failing to gain much traction so far. Shadow and Bone has fared even worse, getting cancelled much to the frustration of its audience. It's an important genre that hasn't had a breakthrough title overall, as a well-regarded fantasy adaptation licensed to the streamer will soon be leaving Netflix and heading for a new home. The Magicians is leaving Netflix. But you can soon watch it for free. The Magicians will soon be leaving Netflix, but it will be available to watch for free. Created by John McNamara and Sarah Gamble, and based on the novels by Lev Grossman, The Magicians focuses on Quentin Coldwater and his friends as they unlock their magical abilities to help fight the dangers that threaten to destroy their world. Comicbook.com confirms that the last day for The Magicians on Netflix is Tuesday, January 14th. One day later, on January 15th, the complete series will be added to the free, ad-supported Tubi streaming service. The platform also offers the chance to watch several other titles, including the entire run of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which helped to influence young adult fantasy dramas like The Magicians. What to know about The Magicians? A young man discovers a life-changing truth. Julia looking at Quentin as he makes a pained expression in The Magicians. The story takes shape as Jason Ralph's Quentin Coldwater enrolls at Brakebills University for magical pedagogy. His goal is to be trained as a magician. However, he soon learns that the magical world from his favorite childhood books is real and may represent a threat to humanity. As for Julia, Stella Maeve, who is Quentin's lifelong friend, she is denied entry to Brakebills and comes across someone else who is willing to teach her along with Ralph and Maeve. The cast of The Magicians includes Olivia Taylor-Dudley, Hale Appleman, Arjun Gupta, Summer Bishil, Rick Worthy, Jade Taylor, Trevor Einhorn, and Brittany Curran. The fantasy adaptation is notable for bringing in guest stars that are familiar to genre fans, whether it's Dina Meyer, the Saw franchise, or supernatural alum Felicia Day. Over the course of its run as well, some of the show's initial ensemble would exit or take on a more scaled-back role. The Magicians is similarly accomplished behind the camera. It hails from Gamble, who was a writer, executive producer, and showrunner on Supernatural, and fellow co-creator McNamara. Currently working on NCIS, Tony and Ziva, which will bring back the fan-favorite titular couple for a Paramount Plus series. McNamara also wrote the Oscar-nominated drama Trumbo, which starred Bryan Cranston, Chris Fisher, Henry Alonso Myers, and Groundswell Productions' Michael London and Janice Williams are also among the executive producers. Should you watch The Magicians? It gets better as it goes along. Penny, Julia, Quentin, Alice, and Henry in The Magicians episode know better to be safe than sorry. Perhaps owing to its predecessors in the space, such as Buffy and Supernatural, along with the young adult focus, the SYFY series has a lighter touch than some of the more well-known epics. But it is well reviewed. Several seasons are close to 100% approval on Rotten Tomatoes, with a few reaching the milestone. The first installment starts off on somewhat shaky ground, also perhaps echoing similar series that came before. There is a pleasure, though, in watching a show home in on its voice and evolve with confidence, which the arc and reception of The Magicians reflect.